Good morning. So today we are going to be continuing on with our 2023 seed list review. So what I've been doing, I made a video the other day and went through ageratum, amaranthus, aster, atriplex, love in a puff, and celosia. So we're down to the C's. This is a seed list of all the seeds that I ordered in 2023 for our cut flower garden. So I just thought we would go through and I could tell you about how I think they performed and if I'm going to do anything different for next year. So we will continue on. So we are on Cleome, or Cleome, some people say. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but anyway, Cleome Queen Mix. So this one is 3 colors. It is a white, purple, and a pink. I don't know if you can see that pink one back there. I'll grab it. Pink. This is one of my favorite flowers for the garden for cutting. It is very easy to grow. It is fast growing. It grows very fast. So we cut on it right away, and it's still like the end of September and we are still cutting on it. So that is the 3 colors that the Queen Mix come in. It's just gorgeous. Some people I've heard call them spiders, maybe because they kind of, look maybe like a little bit of a spider, but just absolutely love Cleome. The one negative thing I would say about it is it is very sharp. I don't know if you can probably tell from this video, but there are little sharp things on it like a rose bush, not as crazy as a rose bush. So I would highly recommend not cutting these things or touching them without gloves on. They smell amazing. I love the smell of Cleome. They are a little sticky, so I can I can feel it on my fingers, but I don't mind. So another main reason why I love Cleome is for drying. So I just grabbed a bunch from my basement so you could see the difference in fresh cut and dried. So this is what it looks like dried. Now I only dry the pink and the purple. So that's why I only have an example of the pink and the purple. I don't really like drying the white because the white tends to look a little brown for me and I don't want that look for dry. So I use all the pink and purple Cleome that I used this year went right to the basement. Majority went right to the basement for dry because I can use this in, a whole bunch of really cool stuff. I love the color of the pink and the purple. So I love Cleome. So I would say I'm definitely going to be doing Cleome again next year, but I am not going to be doing the mix. I am just going to order purple and pink, and I am going to eliminate the white, and so then I'll have more purple and pink and I won't have to worry about the white. So that's the only change that I will do. I'll do the same quantities but just different mix. Now we are going to talk about cosmos. We did 4 different kinds of cosmos, and before I talk about each variety and show you each variety, I just want to say the cosmos were brand new for us this year. Never done cosmos before. The main reason why we decided to do cosmos is because a lady that we cut for once a week for a different farmer's market, she asked us if we could do cosmos, and so that's why we did them. So I would say I have a bittersweet feeling about the cosmos. I would say I'll start with the bad and then I'll end on the good. The bad part is they're very hard to cut. When you go to cut them, they're so flimsy and whimsical, and you can't just go in and chop like I usually do with stuff. So negatives would be extremely hard to cut, as in not hard, but time consuming to cut, which is super annoying if you're in a rush or you don't have time. Second negative I would say is they break easy, like that. They just snap easy, so easy. So you're going to cut them, you know, and you're cutting your bouquet and you're pulling out your like this, and then all of a sudden you look and it's like half of them are snapped already. So they're not sturdy, and that is hard when you're trying to, you know, work with them so much, throwing them on the table, you know, organizing them, putting them in a vase, putting them in the truck all slammed together, taking them out to the market, people shopping them, getting them home to their counter. So they're not very sturdy. So that would be another negative. And another one that I don't like is that the blooms don't last very long. So you might cut this, and when you cut it, it might have like 4 or 5 past blooms on the good one. So you got to spend your time cutting off the bad ones with your scissors, or all the way down on the stems of the ones that don't look good. And it just gets super time consuming. So I would say, oh, one other thing too negative about the cosmos is they fall over bad. They fall over so bad, and I'll show you, but when they fall over bad, they get lanky, they get curvy, you know, you pick them up and they're like an L shape. So they're so like, they just fall. So anyway, so positives, I would say that they are very easy to grow. They're beautiful. They're just gorgeous. You can use the foliage I'll tear this one off so you can see. You can use like all this stuff for like filler and greenery, and then all the good ones that aren't bloomed yet just look so great in a bouquet. So I love the look of them, and they're just amazing, but they are so delicate and fragile and very time consuming. They all don't look like this. Some would have, you know, past bloom. So another positive I would say is the amount of time that we get to cut off of them. They are like the first thing in our annual garden that we get to cut on, and it's the end of September, almost October, and look, still cutting on them. So the window of cutting is phenomenal. It's I would say out of all the annuals that are on this seed list, the cosmos are the ones that give us the most blooms in our season. Just tons and tons of blooms that I can't even keep up with. I've already had to hack them all down, like completely hack everything down, because I couldn't keep up with it 2 or 3 times this year. So they just keep on performing. They are a really, really good flower if you're looking for something easy and you need a lot of them from early to late. Definitely cosmos, but they're flimsy, they're hard to cut, they're time consuming, and if you can deal with that, I think they'd just be fine. So, all right, now, sorry, that's probably way too much information on the cosmos, but I wanted a quick talk about each variety, and I won't go into any more detail on anything other than the variety. This is a pink, white, and purple mix. I already grabbed them, so I don't have to go look for them or pick them. So this is the Psych mix. You get like a pinkish, purple, white mix in it. So it's really pretty. That's kind of what they look like, so you can kind of see each one of them. Yellow centers. Beautiful. So that's the first mix. Throw that down. The next one is called Rubenza Red. And this is what Rubenza Red looks like. I'll go kind of around each one. Some are like a faded, and some, that has water spots. It's been raining here. So yellow center and a red. Cosmo seashells. So this one, I kind of have it in 2 different ones because there was 2 different varieties. These ones were just starting to come on, and they are, you know, a little bit smaller than these, but it was a different color, so I wanted to show you. So see how like the flower petals are like a tuber, like a tuberous or whatever? So I think that's maybe why they're called seashells, I'm not sure. But they're really cool. I'll just do one at a time so you can maybe see it better. And then this is another color. I mean, it's the same seashells, it's just a different color of it. I'll do one at a time so you can see it. See how they're like hollow? Like you can like see all the way in there, down there. So that's a white one. We just got the mix, seashell, different colors. There's white, and then a pink. This one's kind of like opened more, but you can kind of see how they're like a little, you know, hollow in there. So that's seashells, really pretty, love it. Okay, and our final one is called Cosmos Villouette. I am not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. I apologize if I'm not. And this is a variegated. So it's variegated two tones. So this one's like a white with a pink variegation, and this one is a pink with a white variegation. So I really liked that too. What I would do different with the Cosmos next year is we will grow Cosmos, probably the same varieties, just not very much because I can't keep up on cutting these things. They took more time having to prune down than I did cutting them. So just a less amount and I should be okay. Sorry, I forgot to mention, I tried to dry Cosmos. I tried drying Cosmos. This is from the basement, and I didn't like how they turned out. So I would say a no-go on drying Cosmos. So I'll snap off some petals like that of the dry. And then the color is fine. Sorry, the color is fine. I don't know, it's a little faded for me. It's too much brown on the bottom. It's not worth it. So I'm not drying Cosmos. I tested it and I didn't really like how it turned out. We did 2 types of dahlias. The first type is called Dahlia Showpiece Double Mix. And this is what it is. So I'll just kind of show you each one. There's like an orangish yellow, a red, another like super like neon cool yellow, pink, white. So I just absolutely love dahlias. These are all from seed. I've never done the tuberous, like really time-consuming dahlias. I can't do it right now at this point in my life. So seeds are just fine for me. The negative about the dahlias, I would say, is they are fragile. So when you cut them, you know, their petals fall. You know, you lay them on the table for a while, you get kind of beat up like this, and then all of a sudden you pull one and it's like halfway the petals are off. So they're a little fragile, like kind of like the Cosmos, but I absolutely love them. They smell good. The color is so vibrant and neon. They bloom for us. They're all behind us right here. They were blooming like crazy yesterday, like really, like this whole thing was just like all color. And I came in here and I cut all of them, and they're hanging in our basement drying. So I should have probably waited until I cut them so you could see what they look like. So this is what they look like dried. Look at that color. It's just amazing color for dry. So I just grabbed these from the basement. That kind of gives you an idea. They keep their color great. It's just, I love them. So these dahlias are one of my favorites, and I will definitely do this variety, and I think I might even expand and do some different types of dahlia. The other type of dahlia we did is called cactus flowered hybrids, and these are awesome. I love these. You can see some like pink ones too. They're a lot bigger. To me, they kind of look like a star shape. Isn't that cool? So they're just like really cool looking. Like that one like looks like a tuber, you know, like it goes all the way down. It's just so fun. These are just like the other dahlias. You can cut on them forever. And the color is just unreal. It's so like cool, like neon, bright colors. I'll cut a couple more. There's so many different colors of them. That's cool. A cool pink one. White. I would highly recommend these. I absolutely love them. Easy to grow. No animals mess with them. Amazing color. Very unique. Easy to cut. Very easy to cut. They smell great. So I am definitely going to do these next year. These were our first year doing them this year, and I absolutely loved them. Next up is Eucalyptus Silver Dollar. Now, you probably can't really see it, but this is our first year doing it, so this is a learning experience for me. But it's right here, this stuff, and it only goes back, I don't know, the ageratum's kind of getting in its way. It only goes back to about here, and so it's just this section. It smells amazing. It's just amazing. I love this stuff. I would say the negatives about planting this is it's very slow growing. Like, you know, we planted this on time back in May, and it's almost October, and this is it, just this, you know, little bit. So it doesn't really, it's really, really slow growing. Another thing too is it's expensive. This eucalyptus for 100 seeds was $12.50. Let me give you an example of something else. For 1,000 seeds of amaranthus was $5.75. So for 1,000 seeds of something else that I cut on like every week, just, you know, tons and tons, it's like $6 for 1,000 seeds. This eucalyptus, 100 seeds for $12.50. So very expensive, very slow growing. I would love to do more of this, and we're gonna do more of it. We just got to figure out like how to grow it better, because it's just, you know, it's slow growing, and I don't know. So all I've been doing with it is I hang it up in our shower. I've just been using it for personal. I just grabbed this one from my shower to show you. It's been hanging up for like months, so it's not that good looking. But so I'll come out here, and you know, when they start looking good, you know, then I'll just go hack, and then I just go hang it up in our shower. And so, because it smells so good. So we're just using it right now for personal, because there's not enough of it to do anything else with. But I absolutely love eucalyptus. I didn't know I liked it, but I would highly recommend it. It's just expensive and very slow growing. Next on our list is, I don't know if I'm going to say this right, gomphocarpus. Anyway, it is awesome. I love this stuff. It's really hard to get. The seed is very hard to get. Last year I tried to order it, and they said they were sold out. So, or the year before, sorry. And this year we got it, so I was kind of like, oh yay, cool. So it's really cool. It gets a little flower on it. I'll just get one that I kind of think is somewhat ready. I should have grabbed my scissors. Oh well. I shouldn't probably be tearing them like this, but dang it. Okay, that didn't go according to plan. Anyway. Okay, so they get these really cool balls on them that are hollow. And then as soon as you cut them though, all this white stuff starts coming out. So if you see like little white liquid, there's a good example. Oh, and on my hand. As soon as you cut it, it's like from the root. It's all like, it's white, like white stuff. I don't know what it is, but it's kind of like milky, whatever, but it's not that big of a deal. It don't bother me. So they get these really cool little balls on them, and then also their flower is really cute too. Very dainty and very kind of like earthy, off-white country feel. They get super tall, and we have not cut on them yet. So I would say the negative about these is you don't have a long cut life on them. This is the first one that I've cut so far this year, and we planted it back in May. So you're waiting for something super cool, and then when they finally do bloom, you're like, oh, that's awesome, I'm so glad I got it. But during the whole summer, you're just like, are those gonna bloom? I'm not sure, because they take forever. So that would be the negative. They take forever. You can't cut on them for very long. But when you can cut on them, they're super cool. So what I'm going to use them for is I'm going to put them on pumpkins this fall with succulents. I think might be kind of cool. and then also put them in bouquets too, for the fall, for the farmer's market. So I don't do very many of them because I know we can't cut on them all year, and you only have, you know, a few weeks basically for them to get used. So you don't want to do too much because, you know, they don't last very long. So I'll do the same amount next year if I can get the seed, and I really like this stuff. It's cool. It's different, you know. All right, this is going to be our last one that we'll talk about because I think it's getting long already, this video. So we did 2 kinds of Gomphrena this year. The first kind is called Gomphrena globosa QIS mix. And what that one is it's 3 different colors. I'm going to put that down a second. It is I would say a purple, pink, and white. So it's 3 different colors is that one. And I personally only like, I personally only like this color. I don't really like to use these 2 for drying. So let me show you what they look like dry. This is from last year, so a long time ago, and that's what the white looks like dried. That's what the pink looks like dried, and that's what the purple looks like dried. So what I use the dried stuff for the most, Gomphrena, is for resin stuff, and I don't like the duller colors for my resin, so I only would use this one for dry. Couple negatives that I will say about the Gomphrena. I'm just gonna try to rip one off. I should have brought my scissors. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, I did bring my scissors. My word. That would have been helpful in the other one we just did. Okay, so see that like spotty looking stuff on it? It gets that later in the season, like now, which maybe that's normal or whatever. So that's kind of like annoying when you go to cut it and you have to like make sure all that's off before you put it in a bouquet. So I don't like that. Besides that, they're pretty in bouquets, you know. I can use the pink and the white in bouquets, and then I just dry the darker ones. For this mix that we did this year, I'm not going to do it anymore, and I'm only going to do, if they have it, I haven't looked yet, I'm only going to do the purple Gomphrena because I don't like these. So that's that. And then the last variety that we did of Gomphrena is called Strawberry Fields. So this was a brand new Gomphrena for us this year. I never did it last year, and this is what it looks like. It is like an orangish red. It's really pretty. I just picked that, and then I dried it, and I'll show you what it looks like dried. That is what it looks like dried. Look at that. This is like completely dry. I don't really see too much of a color difference. Isn't that cool? And then this is dried from this year too. See? Isn't that cool? Look at how vibrant those colors are for drying, you know? So I'm definitely going to be doing these 2 next year, and we're going to eliminate the pink and the white. Well, we got through another few. We got off the first page, so that's good. So we covered all of these, and now we are on to next. I'm going to talk about, we're right here, so we still got probably a couple more videos to go. But well, thanks a lot for watching, and I hope this was interesting and informative, and you enjoyed it. There's probably a lot more things I could say about each one, but I don't want to talk too much and it gets boring. So I hope this was okay and not too much talking. So all right, well, thanks a lot, and I'll see you next time. I hope you're having a great day. All right, bye.